All right, good morning, kickboxers. We're down at the school. I'm gonna try and put a video together for you guys to work out at home. Now, obviously in our workouts, we use bag work the majority of the time. But what I'm gonna do is we're gonna demonstrate from warm up to stretching to combinations in the air and on the bag. So you can apply this in the air if you want, doing reps or for timed minutes. So you can do anywhere from a minute to a minute and a half to a 2-3 minute round, or you can do it in sets, anywhere from 5 reps to 10 or 15 reps. You can design that part of the program the way you want. You could also apply it on the bag. So usually on the bag, what I do is count for my class, so you can count those reps, or again, use time. So at any point during this video, I'm gonna demonstrate something. I'm gonna demonstrate it, and you may stop the video and then go into the reps or the time that you would like to allot for each different technique. So anyway, we're gonna start with a warm-up. Let's go ahead and start into a guard stance to practice our techniques of punching. I always tell my class I start my guard stance with my feet just outside my hips. I take my right leg. You could also be, if you're left-handed, you could be opposite, but we're gonna dominate with the right leg today because that's the most comfortable for me. Take that leg and shoot it back about shoulder and a half width. That's gonna vary with everybody where you're comfortable. I always keep my back heel slightly up, taking my weight between my feet, forward and back. Always, never being flat-footed, and always being comfortable in your movement and be able to move, keeping those knees bent. So we're gonna start with our jab. While I warm up, I always like to think of a push and pull motion as if I have a rubber band on my hand. So I'm gonna push it out, control it back, squeezing all the while. So let's start with 25 on a jab. That's my lead hand. Now, of course, if I had switched my stance, my right hand would be my lead hand. But right now, we're gonna stay with the right leg back. So I'm gonna demonstrate 25. As you extend that arm out, I want you to keep the elbow down. You're gonna pull the shoulder back. And if you look down to my foot, it pivots out. My pivot and my hips are gonna be dominant throughout my workout on creating my power. So let's go 25 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Keep pivoting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 5 more. Look at my thumb, slightly turning down. Let's do a couple more. All right, now, notice as my arm is extended, my shoulders pulled back, my heel is pivoted out, so I can bring those hips around. That's what's creating my power, coming back. All right, now let's do the same thing with the cross. Cross or a reverse, depending on what you want to call it. My back heel is going to pivot out as I shoot my arm and extend all the way forward. As I bring it back, bring that elbow down. Now let's continue the movement with that push and pull again to get blood flow and get our body nice and warmed up. So I'm going to go for 25 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keeping that push and pull movement throughout the workout. As if I have a rubber band on my hand and I'm pushing it out and I'm pulling it back. Let's go 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right. During our warm-up in class, I always tell everybody to keep the shoulders relaxed, keep the chin down, and even try and circle those shoulders forward and back throughout in between the rest in our movements. All right, from here, now we're gonna throw a jab cross. I'm just gonna demonstrate 5 of them and how you can put it together. So remember again, I always like to talk about pivoting, keeps your knees safe, and also creates your power. All right, so I'm gonna throw my jab out, pivot my heel around so those hips turn for a cross. So it's putting it together, it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Now remember, you can stop the video and you can go for time, or you can go for more reps. Now let's warm up with a hook. We always use a short hook in our class because it's nice and safe. So what I want you to do is, again, watch my foot, watch my hips, and as I turn, I'm gonna bring that arm up, almost like if I'm looking at my arm, an upside down L. My elbow's behind my wrist, and then my shoulder is behind my elbow. And then I'm just gonna work on pivoting and turning, and again, using that nice tight resistance that I've created throughout my arm. Let's just do 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, now on my other hand, instead of doing another hook, I'm gonna demonstrate an uppercut in the air. Again, power's coming from my legs, so I'm gonna drop and shoot it up. All right, ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, let's just relax for a minute. While you're relaxing in between your warm-up and your sets, again, you can circle the shoulders, you can circle the arms, whatever you can do to keep everything nice and loose. All right, now, you can go into combinations for your warm-up where you can throw a cross, a jab, a hook, an uppercut. You can throw a double jab cross. Play with those combos. Stop the video. Take anywhere from 5 to maybe 8 minutes on working your footwork. Staying in a guard, you can move in and out, side to side. All right, circling around while you're throwing your combinations. You got the upper body warmed up for the most part. Let's warm up those legs and get them ready for some kicking in a little bit. So what I like to do in class is, the first part of our kick is always a chamber, picking that knee up, whether it be a front kick, a round kick, a side kick. So let's just start by simulating knee strikes, which will get the upper body going and also get those hips warmed up. So I'm gonna just throw a couple knee strikes. As I bring the knee up, I wanna lean back. And you can do it from a lead leg to a rear leg, lead leg to a rear leg. And more than anything, I am just getting those hips warmed up. That way when I apply the kicks a little bit later, you get that blood flowing. All right? And then also, an outside crescent. The beginning of that kick, the chamber, is a good warm-up. Bringing the knee across, okay? A lot of times I like just to stick with one leg at a time. You could do anywhere from 10 to 15 reps on this. I'm gonna show you one more. And then the other side, remember, bring it across the hips. Open it up. There you go, that way you're getting nice and warmed up. Let's go 2 more. All right, so I gave you enough to warm up with. I did forget to mention, if you want to use the weights, anywhere from a 1 pound to 5 pound weight, while you're throwing those jabs and those crosses, those different techniques, go ahead and do so. Just remember, it is a warm up. Don't use a weight that's gonna be too heavy on you. Keep it so it's gonna be a nice flow, get the blood flowing, get you warmed up, and get you ready for punching. All right, kickboxers, at this point you're probably warmed up. I'm not gonna demonstrate all the stretches because I think you guys have taken my class enough to know what you need to do for your body. So my most favorite one really is to start with the feet together, soft bend in the knees, and then place my hand above my knees, elongate that spine. From here, I'm getting a nice little stretch in those hamstrings, and then just softly take those knees back. I'm not worried about a deep forward bend here, just getting everything warmed up and slowly stretched out. You can do that a few times, coming out of it, and then going back into it, and then getting a little bit deeper as you go along. From there, you can take your legs apart, work that stretch in the middle, walking it back, taking it from side to side. Another one is taking and bending your right knee or left, if that's the side you're starting on. I use my elbow to push out the knee, kind of like a half of a sumo stretch. Nice long legs, toes always slightly pulled back and engaged, and then you can switch sides. And this one can be done where you're switching from side to side also. Get you nice and warmed with a little bit of movement in your stretching. You can come back to going into a sumo stretch. Pushing those knees out, dropping your hips right below the knees. I always like to give a little bit of movement in my stretching. Nice and slow, nice and soft. All right, and then let's take it all the way down. Forward bends are good. Bringing the feet in for a butterfly stretch. Another one is, instead of a traditional split, If you want to go on your back, you can start with the knee bent, pulling into your shoulder. Extending the leg, grabbing behind the hammy, and just nice and easy pulling it in. You could also keep the leg bent if you don't want quite as deep of a stretch. More importantly, keeping your hips on the mat. Don't go for a deeper stretch and let the hips come off the mat. And make sure whatever you do, obviously, you're switching from side to side. All right? And then if you want to come up to sitting, a twist is a nice stretch, keeping your hips on the ground, and then twisting around and holding. Again, doing it from side to side. Now, another one that I do in class a lot is a low lunge. Whether I'm sitting tall in my lunge here with a slight arch in my back, or I take both hands to the mat, and at this point, I'm bringing my right hip towards the mat, using a little bit of opposite action here. Ball of the foot can come off the mat, so the knee, or I'm sorry, ball of the foot stays on the mat, but your knee's gonna come off the mat, lifting through my quad as I'm dropping my hip. Again, that opposite action feel. You're not seeing it, but you can feel it. Then taking it back down, working your way back up. Then I like to shift my hips, keeping them square, elongating the spine, and then taking the chest to the knee so I'm getting underneath the leg here. Get a nice little hamstring stretch. And again, go from side to side. You can stay on one side a little longer. If you'd like to, working that set actually in reps from a lunge to a hamstring stretch. This is called our frog split. Taking it down to forearms, knees wide, pushing back into your hips. The wider you walk out those heels, the more intense your stretch is gonna be. You can hold, you can also give a soft movement forward and back, and then push back and hold again. All right, and then I'm gonna come up. From there, if you wanna go into your traditional splits, front splits, side splits, whatever works for you. I personally stretch out, not with the most intense stretch movements, and then as I warm up through class, I always take time to do some stretching in between my techniques also. So be smart and just do what your body needs to do at the time. So I gave you the first combo. Hopefully you did that in reps and or for time. So in between each rep, what I'm gonna do is demonstrate different techniques you can do for more of your cardio workout. So you can do it without a ball, you can do it body weight, whatever you choose to do. What I'm gonna do is take that ball, I'm gonna rest it right above my chest, keep those elbows in, shoulders back, and I'm gonna drop into a squat, keeping the weight on my heels. Now remember, spreading the floor, keeping the knees apart. Do this for anywhere from 20 reps for maybe 3 sets, or you can go for 30 seconds to a minute in time. Again, I'm just gonna demonstrate about 5 of them for you. Keeping the ball rested, elbows in, chest up, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So at this point, stop the video and go ahead and add as many as you would like. After the squats, what I want to see you do is go down into a plank. I like to stay on my knuckles, but you can do palms grounded into the mat. And 2 versions here. Actually I'm going to make it 3 versions. You can hold the plank anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute. You can add knees to elbow, working those shoulders, getting some great core workout. Or you can go into a mountain climber if you want to pick it up in more of a cardio workout. So pick between those techniques. A lot of times I have my class drop their knees, send their hips back, walk those fingers out so you get a little release in that back and a little time to catch your breath. All right, for combo number 2, what we're gonna do, again, I'm gonna start by demonstrating on the bag. You can also do the same thing in the air. So getting back into your guard stance, and I don't know if I've emphasized enough, keeping the hands up, keeping the chin down, always protecting yourself. What we're gonna do is we're gonna throw a left low jab, right to the stomach, come back, go for the head, pivot around for that cross, finish with my jab. As I come off that jab, I'm gonna do a lead leg front kick, right to the body, stepping out, all right, and throwing that round kick, all right? So again, I'm gonna demonstrate low, high, cross jab, lead leg front, round kick. Again, ball the foot on that front kick, stepping out so I stay wide in my base, and my shin bone is hitting for that round kick. All right, and then again, you can apply it in the air, low, high, cross jab, lead front, rear leg round. All right? Practice that. Our second set of our cardio after this round, what I'm gonna have you do is a jump back. A couple different versions for a jump back depending on how your body feels. I like to drop into a squat. So I'm gonna drop into my squat, jump back, come forward, drive up through my heels. Now, if that one is a little bit too advanced for you, you can drop down, step back, step forward, and then drive up. So you can go for speed, you could take it slower, and work more core work if you want. Apply it so it best fits for you. So again, jump back, and you can do that in reps. And I think I lost my balance. All right, you could also add your knees as you're coming up to get more core workout. Demonstrate one more. All right, and then from there, if you want to add after those for reps or time again, go into your plank position. Hold your plank on your forearms, making sure those elbows are right underneath your shoulders. You can hold your plank here anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute or somewhere in between. If this is too easy, you could also add your knees. Bringing those knees to those hips, working it back and forth. Again, you can count or hold for time. All right, hopefully you've gotten warmed up and stretched out. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna demonstrate a combination that you can do on the bag. I'm gonna demonstrate it on the bag, and I'll also demonstrate it in the air, and you can apply it however you want. Then at that time, if you wanna stop the video, do it for time or do it for reps, you can do it at that time. So the first combo we're gonna work on is just gonna be 3 jabs. I'm gonna move to the left of my jabs. So it's gonna be 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna follow it up with a cross, finish with another jab. Now at this point, I'm gonna use my legs. We're gonna go into a kick. Make sure you pivot all your kicks in a nice high knee chamber. I'm gonna step out a tad. I'm gonna bring my knee up, low round kick, bring it back. Let's go for the body now with a body round kick. Now I'm gonna finish off with my left leg, a side kick. 1, 2. All right, stop the bag. You can move around and then apply that combination again. Let me do it one more time. So I'm gonna go a little bit faster on this one. You're gonna go 3 jabs, cross jab, 2 rounds, 1 low, 1 body, and then let's go 1, 2 on the side kick. On your side kick, make sure that heel is hitting, and on your round kick, I am always kicking with my shin bone. So if you wanted to get away from the bag, or you don't have a bag, do the same thing in the air. 1, 2, 3, cross jab, step out, make sure you pivot, especially in the air here, keeping that knee safe. You can go 1 low, 1 body, step back, 2 side kicks, and then move around. And then go again for time or for reps. All right, our third combo. Now remember, I'm gonna give you kind of a long combo. You can single any of these techniques out. So in this combo, I'm gonna throw a body hook, head hook, right elbow, left elbow. Now if you want, you can throw some hooks in a rep. All right? You can throw those elbows by themselves. So kind of play with this technique and make it your own. But I'm gonna put the whole thing together if you wanna follow this. Throw a body hook, head hook, elbow, elbow, grab behind the bag, and I like to go for the floating ribs when I'm working on the heavy bag for my knee strikes. 1, bring it back, 2, 3. All right, shuffle back, and then you can add some front kicks. Anywhere from 2 to 4. If you wanna go more, go for it. So again, let's put this rep together again. Body, head, elbow, elbow, grab, 1, skip, 2, shuffle back, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, for some more cardio techniques, let's use the squat with a front kick. Now we're not focusing on the kick so much. Keep your focus on the squat. So you can set your timer or count your reps. How you're gonna do this is you're gonna set up for like a regular squat. Hands up, shoulder blades coming together, chest up, dropping between those hips, coming up, front kick, picking that knee up right to the center of your chest, and then working your squats and your kicks. And again, count and do sets or set your clock for time. All right, I'm gonna do one more, then we'll go into a core technique. All right, now I'm gonna take it down. After you've done that, one of my more favorite ones is just take your hands behind you, bring your knees in, and a kick out. Lean back as you extend out, bring those knees in. Just do it for reps. Keep going, anywhere from 15 to 20, or again, set your clock. Now, a more advanced version, you can lay back, extend the legs out, and come up into a V-up, a bent knee V-up. If you want to take it a step further, come up into an extended leg V-up, or play with the two together. All right, for round 3, again, remember you can break these techniques down, but putting it together, I'm going to throw a back fist, back knuckles are striking, thumb is in the upward position. Pivot over for a cross, finish with a jab. I'm going to step slide in, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, again, the combination is going to be a back fist, cross jab, step in, 1, 2, 3, 4. Slide back out and add some kicks. I'm going to give you 4 basic kicks, but you can do any kicks you want. Let's throw a lead leg front, step out, round kick, side kick, back, come back to a guard. But you could also switch it up. You can throw 2 round kicks, skip, 1, 2. You can follow it up with side kicks. Again, have a little fun, play with the kicks. It doesn't have to be a set pattern. All right, another thing you can do for in between your combinations is we've already done squats. We did some squats with the kick. Now let's go into a one-legged squat. So set yourself up again with your feet just outside your hips. I'm gonna take my right leg back. I'm gonna use a little longer stride here. So my knee is just below my hip. Now making sure that your upper body is nice and strong, pull those shoulders back, belly button towards your spine. And I'm gonna go for 15. So take it down, don't let that knee plop down on the mat or the surface that you're on. Keep it controlled. All right, so it's just a nice, smooth up and down motion, keeping that front knee moved out so you have good balance. All right, obviously you're gonna be switching sides on this. Again, anywhere from 12 reps to 15 reps. If you wanna add a ball or a weight to that, go for it. Now, if you wanna go down and do another set of technique or another set of core, we've done a few here already. So what I'm gonna do on this one is I'm gonna cross my legs. I'm gonna keep my heel down for just a little bit of balance and contact to the floor, hands up, okay? Shoulders down the back, get them in the shoulder girdle, belly button pulling in, and then I'm gonna twist from side to side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now again, if you wanna grab a weight or grab a ball and implement that in your twist, go for it. You can go back from the beginning of the video and add all your core together. Have a little fun with it. Don't overthink it, and remember, whether you get 15 minutes in, half hour in, 45 minutes or an hour, it's just about what's gonna make you feel good right now while you're at home and can't get your typical workout. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to email me and I'll answer them the best I can. We also put on this video, there's a link to a written workout that you can follow. So anyway, we hope that we can help you get through this time. And just remember, thank you for your support, and we hope to see you back in the gym soon. Thank you and have a good day.